The wide receiver spot in football has changed drastically in the past 5 years, moving away from the towering, physical giants towards smaller, quicker players. But what if a new kind of big receiver is about to shake things up again? The game of football has trended towards small, fast receivers who can create separation, relegating the big, powerful jump ball receivers to the sidelines, almost extinct in the NFL landscape. Except for Drake London, who recently broke out, the NFL hasn't seen a dynamic, massive receiver drafted high and succeeding like in years past. Until now, with Tettoara McMillan stepping into the spotlight. Standing 6 feet 5 inches and weighing between 212 to 219 pounds, McMillan combines size and strength with quickness and agility. He's not the old-school bulky receiver. He's a physical player with deceptive route-running skills. Receivers like Dez Bryant thrived on jump balls, but their success was tied to specific quarterbacks and game styles. When those changed, their careers suffered. McMillan is different. He's a precise route runner with versatility and separation ability. McMillan slows his start off the line to manipulate defenders, creating huge separation with unexpected breaks. His hands are strong, and he understands leverage and angles to beat coverage consistently. Unlike most big receivers, McMillan excels at nuanced, choice-based routes, reading defenses to find openings, whether it's sitting in zones or exploiting man coverage. Arizona's playbook trusted him with complex routes, showing his cerebral approach. Shift in wide receiver archetypes. In the modern NFL, the wide receiver position has undergone a remarkable evolution, as teams increasingly favor smaller, more agile players over traditional, towering giants. This shift is rooted in the changing dynamics of the game, where speed and route running have become paramount. Historically, big receivers were prized for their ability to win jump balls, using their size and power to dominate defenders. However, as offenses have evolved towards a more open, fast-paced style, the demand for quick, elusive receivers has surged. These smaller athletes can create separation with their agility, allowing quarterbacks to execute quicker, more efficient passes. In this new era, players like Antonio Brown and Tyreek Hill have redefined success, showcasing the importance of precision routes and explosive speed. The focus has shifted away from simply being tall and strong. Instead, it's about how effectively a receiver can get open against tight coverage. This trend has made it increasingly rare for teams to draft and develop traditional big-body receivers, as the league adapts to the playmaking abilities of more nimble athletes. Consequently, the archetype of the wide receiver has transformed, with size alone no longer guaranteeing success. The new breed of receivers not only needs to excel in footwork and route precision, but must also demonstrate an ability to adapt to various offensive schemes, proving that football is evolving beyond mere physicality, emphasizing skill and strategy. As a result, teams are continuously on the lookout for receivers who can stretch the field in multiple ways while maintaining the ability to contribute in various offensive roles. The exception, Drake London and the void of dominant big receivers. In recent years, the landscape of the NFL has shifted, with smaller, quicker receivers becoming the norm. This change has pushed towering talents, like the once celebrated big receivers, to the sidelines, leaving a noticeable gap in the game. Yet, amid this evolution, one name stands out: Drake London, the remarkable wide receiver from USC. London, who stands at 6 feet 4 inches and weighs about 219 pounds, broke the mold, showcasing the potential of a new breed of big receivers. His combination of size, athleticism, and route-running ability has allowed him to excel in a league that has largely moved away from players built like him. In his breakout season, he demonstrated not only the ability to win jump balls, but also a surprising agility and quickness that sets him apart. While teams have generally opted for smaller, shifty wideouts, London's ability to create separation and make contested catches has made him a coveted target in the draft and beyond. This resurgence of the big receiver is something that NFL teams have struggled to harness, as they seek more dynamic options in their passing games. The void left by traditional big receivers has often led to a reliance on speedy, smaller players, leaving the game lacking a true power threat on the outside. London's success reminds teams that a big receiver can still be dynamic, opening the door for a new generation of larger, skillful wideouts to take the stage. As the NFL continues to evolve, Drake London's presence is not just notable. It could signify a shift in how teams view the big-bodied receiver position in the future. Introducing Tettoara McMillan, a new kind of big receiver. Standing tall at 6 feet 5 inches and weighing between 212 and 219 pounds, Tetairoa McMillan is redefining what it means to be a big receiver in today's NFL. Unlike the traditional, hulking wideouts of the past, McMillan combines his impressive size with agility, quickness, and finesse that sets him apart from his peers. He's not just a massive body. He possesses the speed and route-running skills that the modern game demands. What truly makes McMillan a standout prospect is his ability to create separation, utilizing sharp breaks and deceptive movements that could leave defenders trailing. While many receivers rely solely on their strength, he shows an understanding of leverage, angles, and the game itself, allowing him to consistently find openings in coverage. Teams like Arizona recognize his potential, frequently allowing him to exploit mismatches by running complex route concepts, showcasing his high football IQ. His transformation from a typical big-bodied receiver to a versatile weapon illustrates a significant evolution in the position. The trend has shifted towards smaller, quicker players, but McMillan proves that a big receiver can thrive in this environment. His ability to run clean routes and make plays downfield, combined with his capacity for contested catches, makes him a dual threat that could finally bring back the big receiver to prominence in the league. The impact of Tetairoa McMillan could not only reshape offensive strategies, but also challenge perceptions of what big receivers can achieve. Why traditional big receivers faded away? In recent years, the NFL has seen a significant shift in the kind of receivers that teams prioritize. Traditionally, big receivers were celebrated for their size and ability to make jump balls, but several factors contributed to their decline. One major reason is the evolution of offensive schemes that now favor speed and agility over brute strength. Teams are increasingly looking for receivers who can separate quickly from defenders, which requires a different skill set than what big-bodied players typically possess. Additionally, the rise of mobile quarterbacks has changed the dynamics of passing plays, making precise route running and quick separation more valuable than winning high-point balls. Players like Dez Bryant exemplified the old-school big receiver, thriving on contested catches. However, as the league transitioned to a more efficient style of offense, quarterbacks became less willing to take risks on throws to receivers who were not technically open. This shift has made it harder for traditional big receivers to excel, as many teams now prefer smaller, twitchier players capable of quick cuts and sharp routes. Furthermore, the NFL's fierce competition means that even the best players cannot afford to rely solely on one aspect of their game. Today's offenses often require receivers to have versatile skill sets, and while some big receivers possess remarkable talent, many do not have the same level of route-running prowess. This has led to a decline in the number of successful traditional receivers that teams can rely on, making them less desirable in the draft and free agency markets. In this ever-evolving game, adaptability is key, and receivers that cannot keep pace with the changing landscape may find themselves sidelined. McMillan's masterful technique and separation skills. Tetairoa McMillan's ability to create separation is truly impressive. His technique is masterful, and it sets him apart from many of his peers. He utilizes a unique approach to route running that emphasizes deception and timing. When he faces press coverage, McMillan often starts off the line slowly, building an intentional pace that forces defenders to make a crucial decision, stay back or commit. He creates a moment of hesitation, opening up space for himself. By manipulating the defender's movements, he maximizes his separation when breaking into his route, showing incredible agility to pivot and change direction at a moment's notice. For example, in one particular game against Jacob Parrish, he executed a 10-yard curl brilliantly. Instead of sprinting off the line, he slowed his start to bait Parrish into thinking he was going deep, Then, just when the defender committed to the wrong angle, he exploded into the curl, creating significant separation. His knack for understanding leverage adds another layer to his route running. He knows where defenders are positioned and how to angle his body to shield them from the ball. McMillan's hands are equally impressive as he combines strength with finesse, allowing him to not only break free, but also secure the catch with confidence. Overall, his skill set makes him versatile. He can effectively run various routes, adapting his style to exploit different weaknesses in coverage. When combined with his physical attributes, McMillan becomes a nightmare for defenses. His separation ability makes him a target quarterbacks can trust to get open regularly. Exceptional route running and football IQ. Tettoara McMillan stands out not only for his size, but also for his impressive route running ability, which contrasts sharply with traditional big receivers. His football IQ is remarkable. He possesses the ability to read defenses and adjust his routes accordingly. For instance, in complex offenses, McMillan often finds ways to exploit coverage details, adjusting on the fly based on the cornerback's positioning. This flexibility is crucial when defenders attempt to jam him at the line, where he consistently utilizes subtle movements to create space. He can sell routes effectively, using his body language to mislead defenders, compelling them to commit to their coverage too early. Additionally, McMillan isn't simply fast. He pairs his speed with intelligence, knowing when to accelerate and when to decelerate to create the maximum separation. This skill is especially evident during option routes, where he has the capacity to find the soft spots in zone coverage seamlessly. As he understands where to adjust during plays, he emerges as a trustworthy target for quarterbacks. His comfort in both man and zone coverage situations reflects an advanced level of understanding for a rookie. To put it simply, this is not just about running from point A to point B. McMillan's ability to process defensive movements while running his routes ensures he remains a step ahead, giving him a significant edge. His exceptional combination of route running finesse and NFL-caliber football intelligence makes him a serious threat on the field, setting the stage for big plays. This adaptability not only contributes to his performance, but also enhances the overall dynamics of any offense he joins, elevating the potential for success. Areas of concern with McMillan. Despite his impressive size and skill set, Tetairoa McMillan does have some areas of concern that could affect his performance at the next level. For starters, while McMillan is undeniably strong in contested catch situations, he occasionally struggles with high-pointing the ball, which can limit his effectiveness in crucial game moments. Unlike renowned receivers such as Dez Bryant or Mike Evans, who excel in making spectacular catches over defenders, McMillan's ability to dominate these aerial battles is still developing, and it raises questions about his true potential in this regard. Additionally, there have been instances in McMillan's tape where he exhibits a delayed snap at the top of his routes. This sometimes leads to hesitation in his movements. When he takes too many steps before making a cut, it not only diminishes the sharpness of his route, but can also interfere with the timing of the quarterback's throw. This inevitably creates added pressure on the passer, which is something that evaluators will scrutinize closely. Furthermore, some observers have noted that there are moments in games when McMillan appears to lack focus, especially when he is not the primary option on a given play. In these situations, he may become lazy with his route running, failing to give maximum effort and placing himself in a position where he could easily become an afterthought in the offense. A concerning clip from his freshman year revealed that he admitted to not studying game tape outside of practice. When coupled with observed lazy plays, this brings into question his commitment and discipline. As teams look for players who will dedicate themselves fully to their craft in the highly competitive atmosphere of the NFL, McMillan's approach to preparation might warrant careful consideration, especially given the talent level he will face. It's essential for him to develop a work ethic that matches his physical gifts to ensure he can realize his impressive potential as he transitions into pro football. Why McMillan could redefine the position. Tetairoa McMillan isn't just another tall receiver. He is poised to revolutionize the wide receiver position in the NFL. Standing at 6 feet 5 inches and possessing the speed and agility typically reserved for smaller players, He brings a unique blend of physicality and finesse to the field. Unlike traditional big receivers who rely solely on their height for jump balls, McMillan utilizes his route-running ability to create separation, which is increasingly essential in today's game. His technique involves a sophisticated understanding of leverage and timing, allowing him to exploit defenders' weaknesses effectively. This strategic approach can change how teams view big receivers, shifting the perception that size equals limited potential. Furthermore, McMillan has shown that he can thrive in various roles, whether lined up outside or in the slot. His versatility means he can adapt to different offensive schemes, making him a valuable asset to any team. His solid performances against press coverage also illustrate that he won't be easily pushed around by defensive backs, a common concern with larger receivers. Additionally, McMillan's impressive statistics in contested catches signal that he can perform under pressure, showcasing his reliability in critical moments. If he continues to develop his game, focusing on aspects like consistency and mental preparation, he may become the prototype for future wide receivers. Teams are increasingly looking for players who can balance size, speed, and intricate route-running skills. Tettoara McMillan could very well represent the evolution of the position, redefining what it means to be a big receiver in the NFL. Tetairoa McMillan isn't solely a big receiver trying to fit into a rapidly evolving NFL landscape. He stands out as a potential blueprint for a new era, an era that deftly combines size with intelligent route running in ways we haven't witnessed for years. His unique skill set, including his ability to create separation and navigate complex routes, positions him to succeed where traditional big receivers have struggled. If he can pair his undeniable talent with a relentless work ethic and discipline, there's little doubt he can ascend to the status of a top-tier receiver. Teams are constantly looking for that elusive combination of size and agility, and McMillan has the potential to fill that gap seamlessly, allowing teams to diversify their offensive playbooks significantly. His strengths indicate that he could easily shine both as a dominant X-receiver and as a versatile weapon that can thrive in multiple roles throughout an offense. Moreover, his ability to read defenses and adapt to the play is reminiscent of some of the best slot receivers in the game, but with the added advantage of his extraordinary size. Ultimately, this unique blend is what makes McMillan so exciting to watch. The NFL is full of incredible athletes, but the standout players are often those who are not just athletically gifted, but also demonstrate a true understanding of the game. The question now lies in whether McMillan can harness all his capabilities, and the potential for greatness is certainly there. As we look ahead, he might just be the catalyst for the next evolution in the wide receiver position.